Thank you for coming and talking to me.
That's all right, it's a pleasure.
Got a few questions for you. Alright, first question. Have you been to New Zealand before?
No, I haven't. This is my first time. I was in Christchurch yesterday and I flew this morning to Auckland. I'm basically trying to follow Prince Harry around. And but unfortunately I have to leave New Zealand to go back to Australia tomorrow. So it's a flying visit, but I've had a lovely welcome.
Okay. Next question. What is your favourite book you have written?
Probably the favourite book I've written myself is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It sold very, very well. I let this lady, J.K. Rowling, take the credit, but it is actually written by me.
I've read your book Awful Auntie. Did you get the idea for this from one of your real aunties?
I've not read the book myself. I don't actually write them. No, I'm joking. Well, no, I don't have any awful aunties, because that would be cruel, wouldn't it? If I'd actually based it on them and then I'd called the book Awful Auntie, they'd be upset with me, and then they wouldn't leave me any money in their will. So it really came out of my head. You know when you like have a dream and you think, well, how did I come up with all of that? It was like that when that book came to me.
Well, I must say it is a long, interesting book.
Thank you.
Next question. I also love Mr. Stink. Are you stinky and do you use perfume?
I don't use perfume, only at weekends, when I dress as Davina. But when I'm David, which is Monday to Friday, I just use an aftershave.
You made Gangster Granny into a movie. How did it feel to act in the movie?
Well, it's great. I got to play Ben's dad, and it came out really nicely. And Robbie Williams even made a guest appearance in it. Do you know Robbie Williams?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Fantastic.
Do they give you nice food when you were making a movie?
Well, it's free. Let me say that. So for food that's free, it's all right. But if you went to a restaurant and paid for it, you'd probably be a bit disappointed.
I like KFC. What is your favourite food?
I go for a bargain bucket. KFC bargain bucket. Free coleslaw. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Writing is hard. How do you write your books? Where do you go when you write?
Oh, well, you basically need to be away from other people, because you need to be alone with your thoughts. So you need to lock yourself away in a room. I don't think it matters too much where it is, but you need to have no distractions. And I have to do things like say to myself, unless you finish this chapter, you can't have a biscuit. Or unless you finish this chapter, you can't go and have a pee.
Are you rich?
It's relative, isn't it? So probably richer than some people, but I've met people a lot richer than me.
What advice would you give me if I wanted to be a writer or on TV?
Oh, well, they're two quite different things. I'd say you're doing very well with your questions, so you could be definitely an interviewer on television. As for writing, I think you've got to write a book that you love. So if you like scary stories, you might want to write a horror story. If you like funny stories, you might want to do a comedy. If you like action and adventure, you might want to write a story like that. So write something that you'd like to read, and then I bet other people would actually like to read it too.
My dad loves your TV show Little Britain. His favourite character is Annie. Can you please make the noise that Annie makes? Okay, those are all the questions.
Well, thank you very much. I think you did brilliantly, and actually much better than your father would have done.
Well,
I think you should take over his show from now on.
Thanks for that advice. I might talk to him about that.
Yeah, you should.